What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do not forget to subscribe. So we back with another episode of this free 99 knowledge for those that missed out on it. We went live this morning. Shytoshi did speech earlier. For y'all that don't know, Shytoshi is the lead developer for Shiba Inu, and Shytoshi talked about the Shiba Eternity card game and what we should expect to come from it. So far, we've got announced that there will be a 5% burn of all profits, basically. So I'm not sure yet if it's net profit or gross profit, but basically out of the profit they make, they'll take 5% of that and use it to burn SHIB. Now, before we talk about how I feel about it, we're gonna read a little post from SHIB moderator, also some community feedback, and then I want y'all to drop in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, as well as me sharing what I think with y'all. Now, let's see what we got here. Okay, let me make sure this is set up right. Okay, so breaking. Shytoshi Kasuma announces 5% of all Shiba Eternity revenue will be used to burn SHIB. So, okay, so revenue could be a little different from profit. So if revenue, that might be a little bit better. But I thought I seen profit inside of there. I'm not sure if it said revenue actually inside of the speech. I thought Shytoshi used the words profit. But which is pretty bullish, it's it's a good start, I'll say that. So Shiba Eternity revenue will be used to burn SHIB. First reply we got. Now the question is, how much revenue will be generated by this game? So if we look at some of the top games out there, there's a game called Hearthstone that's a similar type of card game, and they were able to generate around $414 billion per year. So we did the math, and just tried to, $414 million per year. So if we do the math, if the Shiba Eternity card game is that successful, where it's able to do $414 million revenue per year, that can possibly burn off $20 million per year of Shiba Inu. And we also did the math on that to find out how many Shiba Inu would that burn, and that would basically get us to burn about, I would say, 1.8 trillion Shiba Inu, which overall is not a lot compared to the 549 trillion SHIB that we have left in the circulating supply. That would basically barely move the needle. So we would really have to see a more significant burn take place if that's the prime way we plan on removing these tokens from circulation. So let's go back and take a look at this tweet again. We seen the highest estimates. Let's say even if it did around $1 billion per year, that would possibly get maybe $50 million of SHIB burned per year, which would in turn burn about 3.6 trillion SHIB, which that would be a lot better. Honestly, let's read some more comments before I give you my feedback. So that rests with the SHIB army and its ability to continue our global success. If you compare it to competitors in the industry, they make a pretty penny. Good. What happens to the 95% left? Someone asks. Someone else says, I expect that's why Shytoshi was referring to. I expect that's what Shytoshi was referring to for his further updates, as he needs to ensure the wording of all things is correct and cannot be used against the project. We're not small fishies anymore. So someone says, not good enough for the kind of supply out there. Some Sheep Queenie says, feel free to fund your own game and burn 100%. She burned the account, dropped the fire emojis. DJ Trev said it's a start. Matthew Perry said very interested. I hope he is true to his word. Wow, great news. I much rather hear 50, but okay. So we got a few different opinions. Let's see. I seems they are using the community to get self-rich. I am going to sell all the coin. So 14 people, are not happy with the amount of burn right there. But then we got someone else replying to that tweet right there saying buy. No need for crybabies. And the 23 people to like that tweet. So more people ushering them out, telling them, okay, that's fine. We'll scoop those coins up that y'all leave. So someone else says seems kind of low with 5 likes on there. Someone says it's nothing. Someone said should be 30% for all the downloads and revenue we are going to give them. The SHIB army deserves better. 1.2 million holders. 5% is insulting. Just 5%. Why not 70%? 25% would be nice, but I'll take anything. I think a 1.2% tax like Luna on each transaction for SHIB will help burn supply a lot faster with 5% revenue for the game. Can you imagine? Will the game generate revenue from people purchasing items from in the game store, or is it not another way? Dang, it's tanking again after the Discord. What did he say? That was bad. Oh, forgot. He said soon and just around the corner. LOL. I guess he didn't sound too convincing. In order to keep leading the fellow army into the abyss, 5%. Wow. Tanking again. Your logic is flawed. 5%. That's pretty good. At current price, if we reach the competition revenues, that will burn about one. Let's see. Boom. They say that would burn about 100 trillion a month, but I don't see how he has that math right there, because we looked at some of the top competition and burning 5% of that would not get you 100 million. Is this 100 billion? Let's see. Okay, that is 100 billion. Okay, that is 100 billion sheep per month. Okay, that's pretty accurate, but still, that's a long way to go. So, not sure if this is great news. I think it's okay. Great news is if it was 50%. For some odd reason, he doesn't want to supplies to go down a lot faster. My question is, what will happen to the 95% revenue? Who's going to pocket it? Bad management, in my opinion. 5% and 95% to the big guy. Still waiting for Shiba Inu to come along September in the end. That's what the SHIB community, just 5%. LMAFO, this is a joke. My thoughts, if Shiba burn would have lived up to passive rewards, a lot more holders would have had no problem burning. But 5 months, 0 rewards is just crazy. Start to lose trust. Hughes, let's go. Perspective is 5% is more than originally stated that the game won't burn, which something is better than nothing. But I would be lying if I said that 5% is good. I would have liked to see someone in 15 to 20%, but I'm glad to see something towards it. Can be considered a bullish kicker. Chart without a clear resistance confirmation could be a good idea, paying closer attention. I guess the hat's out of the bag. The SHIB army get crumbs while the developer get fat. Another announcement, which is going to fulfill in 2050. Kindly confirm, Shytoshi, how many percent would be applicable on Shibarium? All these percentage burns will enhance the usage of all upcoming products. So earn profits to burn profits makes sense. We shall see. 5% is too much. Year 2450. So as we can see, I try to really go through enough comments so y'all can really understand, how people are feeling. Now, me personally, I don't think 5% is enough. Now, of course, they, the team says, build your own things, build your own developments and feel free to burn as much profit as you want. And now everybody has the ability to do that. But the thing is, sometimes the team doesn't support, some of the community generated efforts that I've seen out there, and it could be for very good reason. There could be bad actors, attempting to sway people from, the actual SHIB project to other projects and whatnot. So that's understandable. But at the same time, if the power is going to kind of remain somewhat centralized, where it's not really where everyone can just do whatever they want and it be full support, in full support, then I think they should, kind of listen to the community a little bit more when it comes to these burn percentages. Because if we think about it, even at $1 billion, that's only $50 million worth of SHIB burned per year, which that is a good amount. But think about it. What happens to the rest of all that money? So profits from SHIB funded the card game, the team behind it, the development of it, and only 5% of the profits will go back to burning Shiba Inu. It's like, okay, what happens with the other 95% of the profit? I want to keep this, really focused on, SHIB and pushing SHIB as forward as possible. Now, granted, we didn't get more information on the remaining utility of the game, the remaining, factors that will be implemented, whether there'll be more burns into the game. Shytoshi said there is still a second part of the speech where Shytoshi will release more information about the game, but I just, want them to keep this in mind. What is going to happen with the other 95%? I get it, taxes, paying the team and whatnot, but at the same time, I feel personally that the entire purpose of the game should, in a sense, go back to burning the supply, or really helping in some other aspect of pushing the ecosystem further, which, of course the team, could say, it's helping fund other things, but the community really, really wants to see this burn. I would like to see the excitement get caught on fire by the team, directing, something specifically to a major burn happening. Now, adding on to this, Shytoshi did tell us that Shytoshi and Cal were talking about how to burn billions of dollars worth of SHIB. Now, this could come into play of, where I'm very, very interested and, more bullish on. But right now, just looking at the overall supply, 549 trillion, knowing that burning, if we made the revenue of the top, selling card game that Shytoshi referenced, the Hearthstone game, they made about 414 million in a year. 5% of that is $20.7 million worth of SHIB, which would be 1.8 trillion Shiba Inu tokens, which subtracted from 549 trillion tokens is not that much. Yes, it is a good start. Yes, it's better than nothing. Yes, I am glad the team, implemented this burn, but like others had said, I wish we would have possibly seen, let's see, what number would we have been satisfied with? So 20 million, maybe if we could have burned $100 million worth of SHIB minimum per year, that would be nice. That would have been like, okay, even though we want to still, like Shytoshi said, figure out how to burn billions, I think that would have been nice to hear possibly 100 trillion SHIB able to be burned per year. So let's say, 1 billion would get about $40 million worth. 20 million, 40 million. So let's just say 1 billion to get you 1 billion in profit will equal to $50 million worth of SHIB burn. So let's say if the game could get 2 billion in profit per year, and then we were burning, 5% of that, then that would put us at around 100. Excuse me, I'm tripping. $100 million of SHIB burn per year, which would come out to 1.836, 7.2 trillion per year. So best case scenario, if we had 2 billion in revenue, burning 5%, I believe that would get us 7.2 trillion SHIB burn per year. And even in that case, it would still take 10 years to even burn 70 trillion SHIB. So, we really, want to think of some more ways to really increase that. Now, let's say if the burn rate was 50%, for instance, and we could burn $1 billion worth of SHIB. Let's see. So just at this price here, let's see. So that would burn. So if it was about 50% of revenue burned with $2 billion in revenue, that would basically help us burn about 91 trillion SHIB per year. Now that would have did the trick. And I think we could have possibly seen that type of revenue throughout the year, possibly, through the level of excitement people would have had knowing that it could have, made this possible. So hopefully the team rethinks this a little bit more. I don't want to make this too long, just giving y'all my opinion on what I think about it. Let me know what y'all think. Are y'all happy with the 5%? Do you think that's enough, or is that just, enough for you, in the overall picture to get things rolling? Just give me y'all opinions on this. I'm just one person, so definitely the more conversation we can get in the comment section, the better, because then we'll be able to, truly gauge the sentiment on how everyone feels about this. So shout out to the team. Shout out to y'all for rocking with me. Appreciate everybody for pulling up, and we are out.